Friday, feeling Friday, baby. I'm Friday
Come
feeling.
on, man. Feeling it Friday.
I didn't even know what day it was till you brought that up. Johnny, man, we're here, man. I'm here talking to a bunch of professional insurance agents. These guys own agencies, okay? I'm gonna go in there and show them how to blow up their business. Message for you this morning, so you probably invited me.
You called my phone?
Yeah.
You did.
Okay. So Jay, what is the biggest problem the agent has and the agency owner that wants to expand has, and then those people that work with them? What is their
Short-sightedness, not wanting to invest in their business, not wanting to hire enough people to grow their business, to 10x their business, having a problem hiring great people and finding good people. They don't know where to find them. I would say the other biggest problem that these agents have is the right attitude towards a business that is the law to have. That's why we brought you on, is we want you to teach them to have more intentionality. If you're going to 10x your business, you got to be intentional about it.
Right.
It's not like, oh, I'm going to 10x. You actually have to do something about it. You got to grind it out every single day.
I grew up in Lake Charles, Louisiana. For those of you who don't know my story, and my dad was, he had 5 kids, wife. He was dedicated and committed to being the provider for his family, like many of you are. How many of you provide for your family? Probably want to do a good job at it. My dad wanted to do a good job at it. So my dad died when I was 10 years old. He had owned a life insurance company. He actually started a life insurance company. It was taken from him and a partner. It was taken from him at the age of, I guess he was 42 years old. 42 years old, he's got 5 kids. He's got a wife to take care of and no job. How many have been in transition before? Yeah. So 42, a lot of obligation now, starting to move into the middle class. 42 years old, he's got twin boys coming. They didn't plan us. You know, good Catholic family, doing the planning. Every 5 years they'd have a baby. So he was planning. You could tell, like when I look back in his life today. This is a long answer to a short question, but like you guys need to figure out your why you're going to do whatever you're going to do. My dad knew why he was going to do what he was going to do, but my dad didn't think big enough. I got 2 things from my dad. One, every day he worked, he was up early, he stayed late. He's in transition between 42 and 52. He's in transition in his life, right? He's having to go from life insurance company, big dream, company gets stolen away from him. He's like, what am I doing? Right? This is the story of the middle class right here. This is called gravity. This is yesterday's Miami bridge falling. And everybody's like, I can't believe that happened. Structures fall, folks. So this is what I learned from my dad. My mom had to sell a dream house that was paid for in cash. My dad bought a dream house a year and a half before he died. We all went in, celebrated. Oh my God, this is unbelievable. This is crazy. This is great. We made it to the middle class. My dad dies. My mom has to sell the house literally a week after my dad dies. When she should have been grieving, she was having to sell this dream house. You understand what I'm saying? This is what I learned when I was 10 years old. Oh man, life is short. Okay? My dad didn't provide. He worked hard, but he didn't have enough. Because if he had enough, my mom would not have had to sell the dream house. Everybody agree with that? Okay. My mom did not know how to produce new income, so my mom had to go into conservation. So when you ask me the question, how'd you start? I started with the wrong data. Okay, I started with the wrong data. And the data was, hey, life is short, something bad's gonna happen, all that's true. But if you could outproduce, if you could produce enough income, you could start solving some of these problems, like indestructible income. If you ask me to coach your business, I'm not going to think about how to hold on to what you did last year. That's what most people right now are thinking here in March. In January, you're like, this is going to be a great year. By March, you're like, man, I just want to do what we did last year. If we just do, you're starting to make sense. You're becoming reasonable. Okay, I'm telling you that because this is what your people do too. Okay, your people, the people that you hire, they make sense of how to make 48 grand a year. And if you have people in your company that are trying to make sense of how to make 48 grand a year, you got a company that's going to die. Toys R Us filed bankruptcy this week. iHeartRadio, the biggest radio station in the world, filed for bankruptcy this week. There's going to be massive disruption in the marketplace. Why? Because these companies thought about, they kept having trophies about what they had rather than what they could get. Who's got money? Who's qualified to buy? How can I get their attention? How can I tell them what I want from them? Okay? How fast can I get to the marketplace? Fast, speed is the new big.
So, speaking of that,
Yeah.
you have become the social media guru. And, you know, we talk about social media in our industry.
Yeah.
A lot of us are not very good at it in this space.
The first thing somebody's going to tell me, we were doing some work with Morgan Stanley, and they're like, well, we can't do the social media thing because we're heavily regulated. All right. Well, the beautiful thing about Instagram is it's not regulated at all. I mean, almost zero regulation. So what has it done for my business? Like, how many of you pray? How many of you know pray for help, like guidance? Yeah. Well, when I saw Facebook, I was like, thank you, man. Free. Say anything I want. Use it as often as I want. Like, how big a gift you want. When I was growing up, you had to buy a billboard. If you wanted to advertise, you had to buy TV, you had to buy radio, or you had to buy the billboard. Right? You got to get attention at the top of the funnel. Money and power follow attention. And so back to your question about social media. Social media is TV. It's TV, it's radio. iHeart failed. Instagram's not going to fail. iHeart failed. Okay, so radio can't even tell me how many listeners that were on the iHeart Radio. I was doing iHeart Radio for, I don't know, about 3 years, Atlanta. How long were we doing it? Yeah. I drive up to Orlando, do this show. I'm like, how many viewers we have? How many listeners? We don't know. I said, well, you got a problem. Okay, how many people called your office today? Do you know?
John?
How many people visited your office today? How many appointments did you get in front of? How many people did you present to? How many closes did you make? How much money did you make today? Like, I run 5 little companies. I still find time to, Jared, how many we got this morning? 2. Exactly, man. Every 30 minutes I get a report. How many right now? Okay, and the more important the category is, the more often I'll get that report. If it's not really an important thing, I might look at it once a week. If it's important, I might get it twice a week. If it's real important, I'm like, give it to me every 15 minutes. Because if I don't, now my staff has to report to me every 15 minutes, a number. See, this is an unreasonable environment.
It is.
Dude, it's a hard environment.
It is. That culture there,
Yeah.
I wouldn't even call it an environment, I call it culture.
Yeah.
I mean, you have done an amazing job with that.
You should, but all of you, the next time you're in Miami, if not this time, come there and feel this, okay? Because you're going to feel something. You're going to feel an energy there that is it is not what is socially being promoted today. You go to the Google campus, there's pool tables and volleyball courts and the idea that everybody's going to get free lunch forever and it's great. These companies are being funded by Wall Street. This is magic money. It's play money. It's monopoly money. You can't do that. That's not your business. Your business is, I got to go get money from Jay so I can fund my lease this month. How many are running a business like that? I got to go get money in the marketplace. I need to raise money today. If I'm going to expand, the reason you guys don't expand is because you run out of money. Man, I would spend more money in advertising if I made more money. But you can't get more money if you don't spend more money in advertising. The reason your calculator's broken, the reason you're trying to calculate if I had this, how many heard this saying before? It takes money to, that's not true. It takes courage to make money. It takes courage to make money, not money. That's why immigrants come to America and make money. They came with nothing except what? Courage. You lost your courage when you got in the middle class. You trade your courage, I'm doing good. You think you're doing good till the bridge falls. Number one, this guy's connected. Like, look, you got 200 people. You got 200 people coming together that are able, qualified, want to do better. If you ask society, hey, do you want to do better? Everybody's going to raise their hand, okay? 80% of society cannot do better. They're not going to do better. You understand that, right? Like, we hire people, I know not everybody's gonna stick in my company. Like, they're not gonna work. I go into partnerships with people. Okay, could work, it might not work. 80% of society will not get better, but you guys are the 20%ers. That's why I'm doing this with Jay, because I need able people, right? So as a business leader, I'm looking for other leaders that are connected to other leaders, right? Able people. I can't help broken people.
Jessica Morales, I'm an Allstate agent. Working with Grant Cardone has been amazing. He's taken my business to the 10x level, so he's just an inspiration. I love him.
My name is Brandon. I'm from Rochester, New York. I work for the David Williams Allstate Agency, the #1 Allstate in the state for a reason. We actually implement Grant Cardone's trainings into every single day in the morning huddles, and we use it throughout our processes. We started using it last year, and since then, literally 10x is no joke. I don't know where I would be without it. It's definitely the best training platform I've used in my entire life.
What I want to talk to you about today, hopefully it's what you want to talk about. And if it's not, if this isn't it, then we can find something else to talk about. But what I really, how many have read the 10X Rule, the book, The 10X Rule? Okay, good. If you haven't read that book, you really should look at getting that book for the way you think about expanding your business. All right. When I look at a product line or a business, the first thing I think about is how do I take what I'm doing right now and multiply it times 10. It's what most of you do. I just made a comment to the people. What are those? The masters, Jay? What are they called? The masters? Yeah. So we just did a 30 or 45 minute meeting in there, and I'm like, look, you can't grow your business trying to save your business, right? It's impossible. And I made a comment, if you have money in the bank, if I looked at how much money you have in the bank, I would be able to determine how much courage you have in your business. Money in the bank indicates you either don't have courage or you don't have commitment. Okay, what does it take to grow a business? Money or courage? Okay, how many of you have been told this by your parents or school system or society? It takes money too? Okay, you want to write this down. It takes courage to make money. And by the way, if you don't make money, you don't have a business. Let's just be clear about it. People, some of you out there are like, I don't need to make more money. I'm good where I'm at. Dude, if you don't make more money, you're not in business. Period. You hear what I'm saying? If you're not making money every quarter, if you're not making more money this quarter than you made the last quarter, if you're not making more money this year than you made last year, you are dying. Right? The 10X rule is based on this. Two concepts. You're either expanding or you're contracting, and there's nothing in between. Nothing. Zero. There's nothing in between. Anything in between is you trying to make sense of something that doesn't exist. You're either expanding your business or contracting your business. So if it's Allstate, Morgan Stanley, car dealerships, if it's the economy of the United States of America, the economy of China, the economy of Singapore, that's either expanding or contracting. How many agree with that statement? Now the question would be, how much do you expand at? How do you make a decision? What is enough expansion? I'm looking for spikes. I look for spikes. I look for big spikes. We look for spurts. I look for multipliers. The X is a multiplier, right? I have two daughters. I have an 8-year-old and a 6-year-old, and I taught Sabrina. All you got to do is teach the first one. First one teaches the second one. Everybody agree with that? It's contagious. One gets a cold, the second one gets a cold, next thing you know, the parents are sick. How many got kids? Send your kids to school, what happens the first week? Whole family gets sick. You'd have been better off getting a babysitter that wasn't sick. So now what happens is the family contracts. Okay, now listen, what I just said was, I send my 7-year-old to school for the first day. somebody's going to get sick in the first week. Everybody agree with that? Is that happening at your company? Or there's sick people at your company? Is everybody at the company thinking about expansion or contraction? What are they thinking about? What are they spending most of their time thinking about? I was at my office yesterday, okay? I watched 12 people leave my office at 6 o'clock at night. I sat there at the front door and watched people leave at 6 o'clock. We close the office at 6 o'clock. We don't close the office, but 6 o'clock is the time when work is over. Okay? We got 85 employees back there. I'm sitting at the front door. Oh, thanks for being here. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being here. Okay? You know what I'm thinking the whole time? He's been wanting to leave for 25 minutes. They've been waiting for 6 o'clock. To do what? I'm trying to expand at 6 o'clock. So I took some notes, right? I took some notes when I was in the back of the room, because I'm always taking notes, because I'm looking at how do I grow things, right? So how would you, first of all, what would it mean to you? Just write down on a sheet of paper, what would it mean for you? We're going to talk about the top line in your business, the top line. Because that's the only line I can really control. That's the line I can grow. Would you agree? Let's say what did your company make last year? How much your company make last year? 900 grand. So I'm going to take his top line and I'm going to say, hey, dude, what if we just added a zero here? Okay, this is the concept of 10x, okay? What if he went from 900 grand to 9 million? I don't want him to tell me what would be different. The rest of you in the room, what would be different in his company if he went from 900 grand to 9 million? And by the way, he probably doesn't need 9 million. Where do you live? He lives in upstate. He might need it. Okay? First of all, let me ask him this, because he's the only one that would know. Is this even possible? Sure. Say again? Yes, it is. Sure. He's like, sure it is. He even said it like I'm stupid. Sure it is, okay? This is how you play the game, folks. This is what people are doing right now. How do I hold on to 900 grand? How do I keep doing 900 grand? How do I do close to 900 grand, right? That should be the target. Even if he doesn't hit it, how many believe this? It's a worthy target. Because why? Because it's possible. The money is in the economy. If I take $9 million out of the U.S. economy, will I be reported? If I took $9 million out of upstate New York, there would be a non-event. It would be a non-event. There would be no event took place. Everybody with me here? Now, for the rest of the room, I want you to tell me what would be different in his business if he went from 900 grand to $9 million a year. What do you think? See, like some of you in the room earlier today, when I saw Kevin doing the features and benefits, I didn't hear any of you say on your what was it called, the unique proposition? Dude, if I'm an Allstate agent in upstate New York, I am the cheapest provider of insurance in the world. You have to go to India to get cheaper insurance than me. We have the best insurance in the world. We have the cheapest, lowest price insurance in the world, and we have the best service in the world. By the way, we don't have 2 locations. We have thousands of locations. And you get my cell number. I don't tell people I've been in business 39 years. Who cares how long I've been in business? Eastman Kodak's been in business 157 years. They will cease to exist. Toys R Us filed bankruptcy this week. iHeartRadio is the biggest radio channel in the world, and they are going out of business. How long you've done something and how big you were don't matter. What are you doing right now? Bigger is better. How many agree with this? Okay? If you can live on 900 grand, the only people that won't go to 9 million are the people that are selfish. Unselfish people grow their businesses. Selfish people don't. Okay, if you're taking notes, if you're going to walk away with something today, I'm talking to the able people here. Able, the able. Okay, all the ladies in the room, you're able. You do things men cannot do. My wife had 2 kids without drugs. Where's Elena? Elena, you're the best. 2 kids. I think they're mine. I don't know for sure. I'm still going to be a good father. Okay? 2 kids. She had 2 kids without drugs. I can't have a root canal without crying. Okay? So number one, for this to happen, you have to focus on the top line, not the expenses, not the employees, not the cost of advertising, not all the stuff Dave Ramsey told you. I know you guys are friends with Dave. Too many white people in the room. I know all of you think Dave's your uncle or something. Dave is scared of expansion. Dave got a TV show and he got a radio show and somebody's paying him. Okay? The radio show and the TV network that pay Dave have debt. So when Dave tells you all debt is bad debt, and you and your wife lay in bed at night and like, we need to pay our debt off. You don't need to pay your debt off. You need to grow your top line. Every great company in the world has debt. By the way, there aren't any small great companies. Give me the name of a great company that's small. Give me the name of a great company that has 7 employees. I'm waiting. Give me the name of a great company that doesn't spend a load of money on advertising. Who is this company? Tell me, give me one name of any company that's great, that's small. See, you built a business on a fantasy, right? Like I'm going to get a State Farm. I'm going to get a State Farm. I'm going to get an All-State company. I'm going to be an All-State guy, and I'm going to make $900,000 a year. You're selfish, folks. See what I'm saying about the selfish person makes what they need. The unselfish person says, I'm going to make more than I need. Right? You know what this is? What is this right here? That's a line. What kind of line? It's a flat line. Everybody gets one. It's not a good thing. Everybody agree? That means you died. Okay, watch this. This is a business. What is that? Almost a flat line. Gravity will pull it down. Okay? What is that? This is survival right here. You understand? This is not survival. This is not survival. This is survival. Your business has to grow, folks. So the first question you got to ask yourself today is this. Why? Oh, man, look at this. Magic. Okay? Why, man? Why? See, this is what a team does around you. Whether it's your wife, your husband, kids. Your team should provide you with support, not criticism. Not how you did it wrong. Hey, man, here's the table. Somebody could say, well, Grant, you should have told us you needed a table, Elena. You needed a table. You should have told me what you needed before you did it, but I didn't. Okay, I'll give you an example. We have 5 little companies. We run them out of one roof. It'll always be under one roof, okay? And because I want one roof because I want to be there, right? Yesterday, where's Johnny, the camera guy? Right here. Why aren't you moving around? You got 2 legs, man. Huh? You tired? You tired? Give Johnny a big hand, huh? Good dude right here. You know, because, because I'm unselfish, Johnny's got a job with me. Because I make a lot of money and I want to make more money, I was able to give Johnny a job. Johnny's become a friend of mine. Johnny flew on my jet and saw the mountains in California and had never seen the mountains before. Johnny's been on more private aircrafts than he has commercial aircrafts. Why? Because I'm unselfish. Because I got to go grow my business. It's hard to grow a business. How many agree with that? This is easy to do. By the way, this is impossible and this is possible. This is impossible. Everybody agree? What you're doing right now, what I'm trying to convince you of is the why. This is impossible. For him to keep making $900,000 a year means he will die. I will not know about him. I will not know about his business. I will not know his kids. You need to come up with a why, folks. Okay, why do you want to make this much money? If you're making $9 million, what's the goal? Add a 0. This is what Google's doing. This is what Facebook is looking at. All the big companies are like, we want to expand. So when I teach my kids how to count, Sabrina, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. What's the next number? Skip. Skip. What did we skip to, Papa? 100? All you got to do is learn the first 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You got those? Those are basic. Starts with a 0. Zeros are the most powerful number in the world. Right? Watch how powerful it is. 9, boom, 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 boom. Right? Employees. I got 1 employee, I want to go to 10. I got 10 employees, I want to go to 100. How powerful is this? 100 employees, I want to go to 1,000. Okay? Oh, I can't hire 1,000 people. Why? Because you're selfish. People are problems. You're a problem. Okay? I'm in my office yesterday. I get Johnny. I said, Johnny, let's play some Guts. Anybody know how to play a game called Guts? Guts comes with 3 cards. I get 3 cards. He gets 3 cards. We each put up like $5 or $10, whatever. $5, $10, $20, right? You put up $5. He puts up $5. The hand's worth $10. I get 3 cards. He gets 3 cards. We both decide whether we want to play or not. If we both play, there's going to be a loser. Everybody agree? Okay, if I win the pot, I take the $10. He's got to match the 10. He's got to put the 10 in. He lost the pot. Plus, he's got to put 10 in. I put 5 in, and we play again. Okay? Next thing you know, there's like a lot of money in the pot. Pots aren't $5 anymore. They're $500. Well, I'm playing with, I run the business. I'm a terrible example. 3:30 in the afternoon, I'm playing poker with my staff. Everybody with me? Okay? Now, the COO of the company walks past the room, sees me acting like a juvenile. Dude, I'm growing the business. Ain't nobody gonna tell me what to do. Nobody. No COO, no treasury person, no accountant, no law firm. Nobody's telling me what to do. The question was asked to me on the break today. They said, who holds you accountable? I hold me accountable. My wife answered the question before I did. He holds himself accountable. Okay? This is where I'm going. I want to play a little poker, 3:30 in the afternoon. So my COO grabs Johnny and says, Johnny, the next time Grant says, let's play poker at 3:30 in the afternoon, Johnny, what did she tell you to say? Tell him that I got a project that I'm behind on, and I got to get it done. My COO did not tell me, Grant, you can't play with the employees. You understand what I'm saying? Do you understand what I'm saying? Your team needs to know what you need, man. Your team needs to not make you wrong. They need to get behind the plan. The target needs to be so big that everybody's interested in the targets, not the problems.